In the last 30 minutes, we're learning one of the missing boaters has been found. That information confirmed by the Jacksonville Sheriff's Office. Thank you for joining us tonight. I'm Riley Phillips. JSO has not said what condition the boater was found in or if it's an adult or child. Getting out to our Zach Wilcox now live from the Lions Club boat ramp. And Zach, what have you been seeing out there today?
Yeah, Riley, quiet now, but earlier today we had the family and friends. They set up kind of camp here in this pavilion, and we're directing any volunteers who could come out to try and look for these three boaters, telling them what to look for, where to look. And we just had that new information 30 minutes ago from JSO that they did in fact find one of those boaters. You mentioned it, that we have a lot of questions still. What condition were they in? What age were they? Where exactly were they found? But if anything else, if nothing else, it's an indication that all this work for the past 48 hours or more the past 2 days was certainly worth it. We'll take a look at some video from earlier today. I talked with one of the boaters who came out to volunteer to try and help. They mentioned they saw the news yesterday about the three missing boaters that they were still looking for. They had a boat, they had the day free, so they figured they needed to be out here. They felt compelled to try and help. They spent 5 hours circling around Goat Island where the boat initially flipped on Friday. Didn't find anything, but at least made the effort to. And we talked with another boater who wasn't specifically out here to help with the search, but he said that he saw a lot of different law enforcement officers going back and forth on their boats, making sort of a grid pattern around the area. What we do know from the Coast Guard is that they searched nearly 300 square miles yesterday, and that it was on Friday that the boat initially flipped. They had 8 boaters in total who were on there. 4 they found on top of the boat, so they were able to rescue them right away. They did find 1 unresponsive in the water, and we're still missing 3, so they sent a dive team in under the boat. Didn't find anything, but now we know here 2 days later they have found one of those other boaters, so hopefully we'll have that information at some point as to exactly what their condition was, what age they were, if they were the adults or either the 2 kids who were still missing. The family didn't want to go on camera with us today, but they did tell us that they are hopeful for anyone who can come out here that has a boat, any means of getting on the water, to try and help them out. In fact, one relative told me he took a jet ski out today because that's what he had available and spent several hours searching himself. So hopefully this at least is an indication for these folks that there could be, more information, more clues out there. And I do want to add, because we've had a lot of questions about it today as we've talked with people here at the boat ramp, that the cause, what exactly caused this boat to flip with 8 people on it, is still under investigation at this point. At the boat ramp, Zach Wilcox, First Coast News, on your side.